My trauma is more around, I've had a lot of birth trauma, so the pelvic work has really helped me to release that. So as an older woman now, I'm not having any kind of problems that a lot of women get at my age. Like a really good teacher said this, and I really like it, and I'll probably get the quote a little bit out of sync, but to give you the picture, if you walk around in life not as a whole unit, only having brain chemistry to, say your legs, your hands, the things that we have brain chemistry
the peripheries of your body.
Yeah, that's right. You will only ever be able to tap into certain parts of life. Just the same as it affects people. So we are a whole universe, right? We actually have a whole universe inside us that people have no idea.
The magic and brilliance.
That's right. We have organs that rejuvenate after 7 years and nothing stays the same. But because we walk around looking like this and have no brain chemistry to most of it, especially our internals, we don't have an awareness of it. So then that's how we look at the world. We leave parts of the world out. We never feel like we are part of something because we have gaps, like the doors are not open in here, so we don't see in those areas in the rest of the world.
We're blind to that.
So when you become, and this is probably a bit of a downside to it because you become aware of everything. If you have brain chemistry.
That's not a bad thing, though.
No, it's not.
That's a fantastic thing.
It's not, because what happens is you actually become a very powerful feminine woman, which not everybody likes. I saw a really good thing the other day on Instagram, and I just got to think about which actress it was. I can't remember the actress now, but, that's my age. But it will drop in a minute.
That's all right. It does.
That's all right. I'm more of a certain age. I'm okay about it. But I remember what the gist of it was. And basically, women like myself are seen as difficult.
Oh, why?
But they're remembered. And difficult people make change.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll come to me because I actually shared it. I shared it on my my Instagram. But basically what they're saying is that if you want to be, because I see it, I want to be heart-centered, but I also want to feel my inner power. Mm-hmm. And it's not to make anybody else smaller or whatever, but I want to be able to have the voice to make a difference in the world. And if I'm not switched on, like I don't have that connection, I'll never find my voice.
And this is why I do what I do.
Yeah.
To create an awareness, to find your voice. And what you're doing is giving women the opportunity to be able to find their voice.
And you are. I just want to bring this back to you, Faye, because I've known you for a very long time, and I know, I have walked beside you in those harder years, and I have seen you walk into your power.
Thank you.
And find your voice and own that it's actually okay to make a noise in the world.
Oh, I want to make a noise in the world.
And I know that you are very beautiful with your heart at lifting others up, but you are actually showing others that it is safe to have a voice.
Oh, absolutely.
And gosh, do we need that in this world, with all the censorship and all the injustice, and still, as much and all as I think we've come a long way, I hope we've come a long way for women to be able to step into the world and for them to feel safe in their bodies. I still don't believe that that's true, because most women I talk to will not go out at night on their own.
Well, it's not safe these days.
But that's what I'm. That's
the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is still that. There is that
wariness,
that thread that runs through us, that it's not okay for us to be fully expressed, for us to be, for our sexuality to be for ourselves, right, first, and then with agency we decide who we want to share that with. It's still, I think the generations are getting better, but I still see it.
And I think what you're saying there too is if a woman wants to go out to a place and she's on her own and she wants to have dinner, a glass of wine and just relax, you're looked upon as, an object.
Correct.
And, she wouldn't be bad.
And it has nothing to do with age.
No.
It can happen at any age and stage.
Yeah.
Unwanted attention. But that's why it's important to have a voice, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
That you can actually say, you know, I had an experience recently, a younger man, and, you know, I'm sure he was flirting and he is an owner of a business and it was all very nice for a minute. But then I started to feel really icky. And then I was like, for a moment, I was like, don't say anything because, you know, I want to be able to come back here again. And then I actually said to him, you know, you've seen me in here with my hubby before, haven't you? And he goes, oh, yes. And I said, you know, I'm happily married. And he got it because he said to me, oh, you picked up I was flirting with you. And I said, look, the flirting is really nice. I was just checking in, though.
Compliment.
Yeah, I said, you know, it felt pretty good. You know, I'm still a woman. I still want to be seen and heard and understood. I said, but I'm just checking in on what was your intention. And he didn't know what to say.
Isn't it interesting?
And I thought, I've made him feel really uncomfortable. But then I thought, no, I've actually asked. I was curious and open to find out why.
But he did say that you recognised I was flirting with you.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so he acknowledged that part of it.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
But how many other women would have done that you know?
No one. No one would have said anything.
If there'd been a moment where their hormones would have kicked in and gone, oh, that felt really good. And then there would have been this icky moment where they went, well, actually, that's a bit weird. At my age, because I'm nearly 70, and I think this person looks like they might be early 40s.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what a compliment.
Yeah, it was a compliment, but I can't help it.
But your awareness is far greater than a lot of women's awareness. So some women would have recognised that but never said anything and walked away from it.
I just wanted to know what his intention was because then that would have made me feel safe to enjoy it.
Yes.
Because I think once I know what the intention was, and it might have just been, you know, like if he could have answered me, but instead some people walked in that he had to attend to, and that was his distraction to get away from answering me. But if he'd said, I think it's, you know, I like to appreciate that because he was commenting on my clothing as well.
Yeah.
And it was like, if he'd said that, then on my body, my nervous system could have gone, oh, yeah, actually I feel safe to enjoy this. But because I dared ask what the intention was, which is sad really on his behalf, because I like flirting. I think flirting...
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, flirting is actually really good. You make feel good hormones and all of that, and flirting with if you understand the intention of your flirting, and it's to appreciate or it's to have some fun, or maybe it is to coerce, or maybe it is to manipulate and bring in. But at least if you know what the intention is, you know what the container's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm a difficult woman. That's where it shows up. I am difficult.
I would never have seen you as a difficult woman. I would see you as a woman that is hugely aware of who you are and your body and how you appreciate your body and everything like that. But I think most women don't. So therefore, that sort of situation to them, they wouldn't know how to deal with. And I'd probably be one of those and think, who do you think you are?
Yeah, and that gives men a bad rap because I know, like even my hubby, he says to me, like, not anymore, but when we lived in Melbourne, he would be walking home, you know, because he would catch the tram into the city. He'd be walking home and he would deliberately hold back so that he wasn't walking too close behind a woman when it was starting to get a bit darker, because he said, I'm acutely aware that can trigger that woman's nervous system. And I know you're a little bit like, oh, who's that? You know?
Absolutely.
So there are good men like that.
Yeah.
I don't think all men have this bad intention or anything like that. But I do know that I think that men need to understand that we have nervous systems, and we have a culture that has gone on for years where we have been told to be good girls, where we have been done to, where we haven't had a lot of agency or education.
We're talking about having a good education. How do we do that? How do we... Because I'm feeling that what you're teaching needs to be taught in schools.
Well, I do get invited. Into corporate and some schools, but that's more around teaching agency and consent, and, doing that through experimental kind of practices and stuff like that, where we use words. So I do get invited for that kind of thing, but I don't know that schools...
Well, I think even if you get invited for that, that's a start.
Well, it's
creating...
the underlying pin. And to know you know and know you yes, the only way we could do that would be something simple like, can I do a little thing with you? Would that be all right? Just with your hand?
Yep.
Yeah. So would you be okay if I touch your hand?
Certainly.
That's not enough. Certainly, but all right, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Would you be okay if I touch your hand?
Why do you want to touch my hand?
Great. Because I would like you to have an experience of what it's like just for me to rest my hand on your hand.
Okay. That's fine.
Are you sure you're okay?
Now I understand what you want, the purpose of it, yes.
Beautiful. So you could ask me, how long were you going to do that for?
Okay. What else would I ask? So what?
You could say no.
I could.
Let's do it again.
Okay, and I'll say no.
Yeah. Can I touch your hand?
No.
Thank you.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. No, thank you. How does that feel in your body when I just thank you?
I feel a kindness and I feel a respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often have you had that experience in your sexual life? Where anybody said, is it okay if I touch you here or there, or is it okay if I start here and you've agreed to that, but then I'll just move my hands down and do whatever I want?
No.
Yeah, doesn't it make you feel, your body's like, I don't think so. But, that's why agency is so important. And
explain the word agency so that
agency
people understand.
Okay, so you weren't actually articulating enough for me. I would teach you, okay, that was great, but it would have been great if you'd asked how long and how you would like it, and that you only want it on your hand. So I would help you, educate you in that.
Right, yes.
Yeah. Okay, but it's a good way for me to see what women are used to. And even just with, anybody, it doesn't matter whether it's same sex, opposite sex, whatever, just how easily, and that's, if it's in our body, that's how we do life. Yeah, I'll do that. The heart's like going, yeah, I'll do that. I want to help. And then you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and then you kind of go, oh,
I don't want to do that anymore.
I seem to be doing this a lot and I don't get much back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So agency is about, first of all, you giving yourself agency, and that looks like yes or no, only if you do that, only if you do this, right? And then I need to learn that no is okay.
Yes.
I need to, because, we all have wounds. I have a little wound that sits way back in my childhood around rejection. So I could have played out my rejection. Oh, Faye, why?
Yes.
Oh, come on, I'm just going to hold your hand.
No, I don't want you to.
Yeah, that's right. And so I've had to learn to just override, pop it under here. It's okay. We're not being rejected. We're being respectful.
Yes.
By going, thank you. Thank you just means thank you for letting me know what you would like.
Yeah.
Because now I can actually have a better relationship with you because I can understand Faye doesn't like her hands touched. So I won't do that because it makes her feel uncomfortable. See how that, I know more about you in that instant than I would know about you in a year.
Yeah.
Just in that instant.
Yeah. And isn't that interesting, because there's so many different examples of that. Someone coming up and putting their arm around you, or touching you when they haven't asked to touch you.
Or what about someone who puts their arm around you when you've never felt good in their energy?
Oh.
And then you just tolerate it, because that's what we do.
I wouldn't.
When you don't know your own
that.
agency or what agency looks like from another, you tolerate.
How many people tolerate? Because there'd be so many people that tolerate.
Well, aren't we tolerating everything that's happening in the world right now?
Oh, don't even get me started on what's going on in the world. But it's about bringing people back to who they are and really connecting with themselves and understanding what they want out of life. They don't have to take note of all this horrible stuff that's going on in life. They can be aware of it. They don't have to participate in it if they don't want to. They have choices. And that's agency, isn't it? It's a choice.
And if you take it another step, would you be willing to do that again?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're just playing?
Yeah.
Okay, so say you've said yes to me, and I do want to check in we're playing, but I do want to just check in. Would you be all right if I touched your hand?
Yes, what's your intention for touching my hand?
Just to demonstrate this practice, really.
Okay.
And to give you an experience to find out what you like on your hand.
Okay. And for how long will that go for?
Just for, a couple of seconds.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
I'm just going to place my finger there.
Okay.
Just move my finger around to where it feels even better. So you can actually take my hand.
Take your hand. Can I take your hand?
Yeah. Thank you for asking for my agency. Just keep moving my finger around until you find the spot that feels the nicest, or whatever it is for you, where there's more sensation.
I think there. I don't know.
And that's the other big thing.
I don't know.
Because you haven't explored it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
So I want to invite you to now explore with your own finger and be like a scientist, because I naturally touched you softly, but how do you know that you don't like a bit of manipulation here on the, how do you know that until you explore it, till you find my sweet spots right there? I love that massaged.
Really? Well, I often massage my fingers.
Yeah.
I often massage my fingers.
Yeah, because whereas me doesn't do it, but here, I really like that. I'm not saying sexually. What I mean is something happens where it's that same feeling when I get into bed at night and I go, that feels good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And that's pleasure. That's pleasure.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, just that simple thing. Now you're creating brain chemistry to what you like.
Yeah.
So the next time somebody asks you,
they won't.
In real life, it doesn't look like that. But just imagine that was a part of your body that was more sexual.
Yeah.
You could ask for that, couldn't you?
Yes.
In a nice way. Or you could just take that, if that was happening, you could just take the hand and go, actually, can we start here? That feels really nice there. But if you haven't mapped your own body...
You don't know.
And the other person, particularly if the other person doesn't have the same genital makeup as you, how can they, if they have no brain chemistry to it, how can they possibly touch it in a way that's even going to be right for you? They touch you how they like to be touched.
Yeah, because they have no idea.
They have no brain chemistry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I know that because in my sexology training, we did this amazing exercise where the men or the people with a penis had to put a bra on and put, breasts
stuffing
in,
down.
and for a couple of days walk around with breasts. And the women, we had to, because you can buy what they call a pack.
Right.
And they're different, different sizes. It's actually like a latex penis with testicles.
Right.
And we had to just put that inside our underwear.
Right.
You have no idea how uncomfortable that was. So when I see a man sitting on a tram like that now, I don't judge, because it's almost impossible. I'm a cross your leg kind of gal.
Yeah, me too.
It is so uncomfortable. It pushes into your thighs, right? And the people with the penis were all complaining about they had backache and these got in the way. You can't lay flat on your stomach comfortably in bed. And it's like, wow, guess what? No brain chemistry.
Yeah. And so that was creating an awareness and having an appreciation and a respect for someone else's body.
I realise now myself touching, like my husband, right? I was always a little bit like, oh, don't hurt, like I'm always a bit gentle. But that's not how he wanted to be touched, because it can be a firmer grip, but I've got no brain chemistry to that, because a firmer grip on me, I'd be going like, oh no, back off, softer, release.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like my big awakening. I went, and I didn't really do my training until my later 40s. And I just had this big moment. The training involved a lot more. But, there's one piece in any training and the light bulb goes on.
Oh, yes.
I got it. And all those years in clinical hypnotherapy, counselling and healing, all those people that came, both men and women, for me to help them, walk beside them, to clear memories in the body and all of that of sexual abuse. And then I suddenly had this epiphany that their genitals, and particularly women, their pelvic bowls, were holding on to those memories. So even though I was doing all the brain work, that was helpful.
But it wasn't enough.
Now when women come, and it's never a one-off session, it doesn't happen in the first session. We build rapport. I do education with my pillow, which I didn't bring in because I thought it might be a bit much for your audience.
Oh, but it's a great pillow.
But my vulva pillow, which has got all the correct anatomic things on it. When a woman comes, and we even just do mirror work where she's learning about her own genitals externally, and then when we do any kind of internal mapping, which is client-led, it's like the memories come up as we do the acupuncture points in the vagina. And they're released just like that through breath and sound.
Right.
Whereas people had come to me for years, and the clinical hypnotherapy definitely helped, but they were still carrying it in their bodies. And if you don't release it from the body, you just keep, you're carrying it around. You're walking around with it.
It's like a weight.
Yeah. And so through trainings I've done, I've had those awakenings for myself. My trauma is more around, I've had a lot of birth trauma, so the pelvic work has really helped me to release that. So as an older woman now, I'm not having any kind of problems that a lot of women get at my age. But definitely still being able to enjoy my sexuality.
Hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram. Changing lives, one conversation at a time.